Hey guys, so today I'm going to be going over how we afford for me to stay home with our kids. I want to start off with saying that my husband doesn't make a ton of money. He works in ministry at our local church, so it's not like we're rolling around in a ton of extra cash over here. As far as our major expenses go, when we were purchasing our house, we knew ahead of time that me staying home with our kids was going to be a priority for us. We had already been trying at that point to have kids, and so we made it a point to buy a home that we could afford on a single income. We both have used 2008 paid off cars. That was also another purchase that we planned ahead for, knowing that we would have kids, and something that we made sure we would be able to pay off quickly, so we didn't have the debt of a car payment. If it were ever necessary, we would also downsize to one car. We get our kids' clothing used at resale shops and Marketplace and places like that. I buy my clothing through ThredUp, which is an online resale app. We keep our wardrobes pretty minimal, so we don't spend a whole ton on clothing either. We take really good care of our things as well and use them until they are completely worn out and absolutely need to be replaced. I keep an eye on sales at the grocery store as well and stock up on our staple items when they're on sale. We don't buy extras like soft drinks and a ton of snacks, just real food. We rarely eat out as well. We have a small budget for eating out each month, which allows us to grab something quick if we're especially busy or I wasn't able to cook anything. But mostly I cook our meals at home and we spend very little on eating out. We don't take fancy, expensive vacations. Camping and cabin rentals are about what we are able to afford at this point, and we only go for a few days at most. We recently took a little camping trip this past fall, and the whole thing cost us around $200. I don't go to a salon to get my nails done, and I rarely get my hair cut. I'm going on about a year and a half since my last haircut, and I also cut my husband and our son's hair. We understand that extras aren't an option most of the time. We don't always get to have the things we want, and that's okay. My husband has been able to find a couple side construction jobs that bring in a couple hundred extra dollars, and that is really helpful for when money is especially tight. My husband works extremely hard for us, but finances are something that ultimately we trust the Lord to provide for us. It doesn't always make sense how things will work on a single income, but the Lord is always faithful to provide. As far as staying on track for budgeting goes, we use a free app called Mint. Every dollar of our expenses is accounted for. Our cards are all linked into the app, so every dollar that we spend automatically goes in there and is able to be categorized into our specific budget categories. I check this daily or every other day just to make sure we're staying on track and not going over budget. This app is helpful for us because you can set some expenses to start over at the end of the month, like mortgage and utilities and things like that. And then other budgets you can set to roll over so that you can kind of save up. So we each have a small personal spending amount each month, and if we don't spend anything, it can roll over and we can save up for larger purchases. Living on a single income is definitely a sacrifice, especially in this economy, but being able to be the primary ones with our boys, shaping them and teaching them is absolutely priceless and worth every sacrifice we have to make that a priority. We will never get this time back with our children. Of course, there are always circumstances where it is absolutely not possible for moms to stay at home, but I think that most people who say they could never afford one income really could if they took a good look at their expenses and broke down what they're spending their money on. For younger couples who are planning for the future and know that being a stay-at-home mom is a priority, think ahead to those long-term goals when buying big-ticket items like a house or cars and things like that. If your ultimate goal is to be a stay-at-home mom, then maybe getting thousands of dollars in student loans for a career that won't last a lifetime isn't the best idea. Maybe skip college and go right into the workforce until being a mom is a reality. Nannying is even a really great option. I babysat and nannied from the time I was 12 until I had my own babies, and I was able to make more money doing that than I ever did with the small business that I started after getting a college degree. I also gained so much experience caring for children in a home that I still use to this day. So hopefully this can be encouraging for you mamas out there who want to make being a stay-at-home mom a reality. Take a good look at your expenses, and it might be absolutely possible if this is a big priority for you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.